friends, it's lovely to meet you all today through this channel. So, I'd like to share a small incident with you all. Last week we were having Palm Sunday celebrations in our church. So, for Sunday class, we were discussing around Palm Sunday. And what happened was I gave a question asking them, let's imagine that if Jesus is coming to our church today, and how are we going to welcome him into our church? So there were a lot of answers. Like one or two of those answers grabbed my heart, and I kept thinking about it all throughout the week because the answer that I had in my mind, how I had imagined I'd welcome Jesus, was different from how the children imagined. So what I thought was I'll be someone in the sights, just like the people who stood there to waving their palm leaves to welcome Jesus. But then one of the child told me that she'd go and hold on to Jesus' hand and sit beside him and talk to him, and she'd never leave him until he leaves the church. She said that she'll have him all for herself. There was another child who told, I'll ask him what is his favorite dish, and I'll go and make that dish for him, and I'll make him happy that way. All these answers were like, it blew me off because how I imagined Jesus and how these children imagined their relationship with Jesus were different, because we were seeing the thing through different lenses. The lens that I was holding was, I'm a sinner, and I'm not worthy to even stand near him. I'm not worthy to touch him. So because we all know that he's a holy God. So that was my way of seeing it, and then that is how I imagined it. But then through the children's eyes, it was different. So as I was meditating on it, and as we yesterday was Good Friday, so we were meditating on it is finished. So what was finished? So what was finished was that God changed the lens through which we mankind was seeing God. So when Adam was seeing God in his fallen state, he was really scared. While he was hiding behind the bushes, he was like, when God asked, "Where are you?" and it felt like God was coming to punish him. So he was really scared. So that was the kind of way he was seeing God. But Jesus in the cross, for a moment, he saw God through the lens which Adam used, because he was taking part in the sins of the whole world. He was bearing the sins of the whole world in the cross. So for a moment there, he's absorbing the sins, and he's looking at Father God through the lens of mankind, and he feels lost. He feels forsaken. And then there is a moment which comes after that, where he finds, even in the midst of that darkness, he finds the face of a loving Father, and he says, it is finished, where the mission he has come is accomplished. All the sins are paid off, or all the debts are paid off. So it was lovely to think about how we see God is really important, the lens that we use to see God. How can we apply this practically in our lives? Let's say, for example, just because we have a marriage certificate, it doesn't mean that it doesn't even give a small hint about the relationship that we enjoy in marriage. So just because we know that Jesus died for us in the cross and he took all the sins, it's kind of like a theory. And then if it doesn't translate into real life, and it doesn't help in the relationships, there's no meaning to it. So how can we apply this in our day-to-day life? So while I was thinking that, I thought, let's say there are some instances in our life when we try to draw near to God, and then there are so many sins in our life that comes just right in front of us and says, okay, you are a sinner, you did this, you did that to that person, this person, and it comes and stands just in front of us. So how to move past this is just to know and realize that it is finished. So finished is in the mission accomplished. So all the sins are forgiven, and all the debts that we had to pay, Jesus has already paid for us in the cross. Just to realize that, and to be able to draw near to him, draw closer to him every day. will be great for a journey with God. Have a nice day. Bye bye.